Two men journey to the bars and restaurants of Scandinavia to find amazing beers, always with the same question.
Hey, what's on tap?
It's time to find out.
So after a 2-week vacation of sitting on the beach, sipping pina coladas, watching anime porn, Mathias decided to show up again.
I had to come back for Zwanze Day, right?
It is Zwanze Day. It's also the 1-year anniversary of What's on Tap podcast. Woohoo! Woohoo! So we're sitting outside Himariet.
We're enjoying some 2017 Gueuze and Cantillon.
Hills, yeah, we are. Easily, well, maybe not my favorite, because we did have the Le Pepe Framboise earlier, and that was...
tried before, right?
Well, it was 2017.
Yeah.
Have
you tried the Le Pepe Framboise before?
I've tried it before, but I haven't tried I didn't try it as fresh as this.
Yeah.
And, oh my God, that was amazing. That is probably one of the best beers I've ever had in my life.
Yep.
We also jumped on some 2017 Mamouche, which was amazing as well. It was really great. Don't tell Daniel I said that. But it was really good. And we also did the Fafoon 2017, which was...
garbage.
Well,
As you can hear, Zwanze Day in Copenhagen is a very lively day.
It is a busy, busy day. We're going to let that pass a little bit. But
we have some very split opinions on the Fafoon 2017.
It was a little buttery. I get what you're saying with that, but I really appreciated the jamminess of it, and I quite enjoyed it. But I understand how it could be seen as an off flavor. But yeah, this is the 2017. What was it again?
Gueuze and Cantillon.
So which is really funny because it's like my favorite Cantillon, but yet
you cannot pronounce
still
it.
cannot pronounce it. Gueuze and what?
Cantillon.
Yeah. Gueuze and
Cantillon.
Cantillon. All right. But we also tried a rather mild apricot sour IPA or pale ale.
That was the beer shop in Copenhagen with Soundwaves Brewing.
Yes.
Yeah. We tried that.
Yep. And the really great Jackie O oil of Aphrodite coffee bourbon barrel. And that was amazing.
That was really nice.
That was really, really nice. But yeah, man, it's been 1 year.
We had some 4-cheese pizza.
4-cheese pizza we had, and then it was really good too.
Oh, yeah.
But it's been a year.
Can't believe it's been a year.
I know. I was really shocked. I was like, oh, we got to be pretty close. I think it's in October. And then I looked at the first publication date. I was like, holy shit, it's like next week. So
is it actually on the day a year now?
No, it's the Friday. So we're putting this out on Thursday. It's the Friday after.
Okay.
So it's 1 day before, but still, I mean, it's close enough.
Close enough.
And we've done 3 beer festivals.
We've done CBC, we've done Berskeville, and we've done Malmö Beer and Whiskey.
Yep. That's a lot of beer festivals.
Well, it's 3 of them.
Yep. We have 1 more to go. We still have All In Brewer.
All In
coming up in Gothenburg. Yeah.
November in Gothenburg.
Yeah, and that should be a lot of fun.
That should be really good.
I'm looking forward to the bottle share the night before.
Yeah.
I've been stocking up on Path Blue Ribbon to share with everyone.
Nice.
Because I only want to bring the best of American beers over.
Do you have a bunch of different vintages?
I do. Because 3-year-old Path Blue Ribbon, it just gets better.
You know. Keeps improving.
It is ages well. That's really what you want.
It's like the vintage gueuze we've been drinking in here today.
Yeah, it's a 3-year-old Pilsner. That's what you're looking for.
That's exactly what I want right now in life.
So, reflecting on the past year, how do you feel about the show and where we've come and what we're doing? And
we've come all over the place.
Yes. Let's just say that I'm glad there's no black lights in any of the places we've been. But I mean, a year later, this is your first podcast.
Yeah.
You're getting into the seasoned professional mode now.
I would not by any means call myself a professional in any field whatsoever.
Right. You've been doing this for a year now. How do you feel about podcasting?
Well, I think most people are probably still disappointed in my performance.
No, you're doing great.
Well, it's fun. I mean, I enjoy it.
Yeah. We've talked to a lot of great people, had some fun interviews.
We have.
Is there anybody that you've really we're glad that you were finally able to use the podcast as an excuse to talk to?
I don't think so. I mean, there hasn't been anyone that I've used the podcast as an excuse to talk to. I think it's more been the people that I find interesting to speak to. I kind of want to get their thoughts onto the podcast, just to get it broadcasted out to more people than just the discussion that brewer or that person in the industry. Just having that conversation between two people.
Yeah.
I think it's more interesting if you have that conversation and then can broadcast it out to more people so that more people can hear it, and then we can kind of boost the whole craft beer scene in whatever small way that we can.
Yeah. All right. Now, I've really enjoyed talking to a lot of brewers, and I will say that CBC was a real surprise. I mean, there's a lot of really great people to talk to. I think Chase at American Solera was really great. I think I can't remember the guy's name at Prairie Artisan was quite the fun conversation.
Yeah.
The Founders Brewing was really good.
Normal, Derek.
Yeah, Derek was great. That was a real surprise. That was a really great find as well. I mean, didn't know anything about them. That and
never heard of him before, and it was the best stout of CBC.
Oh, easily. And the sour guys at the very end, not Fontaflora, but they were at the factory.
Fun Factory, Gueuze.
Fun Factory, yeah, Gueuze.
Brad Fetty.
Yeah, man, you got a really good memory for these things.
Yeah.
But that was a really great fight as well, and a really great interview, I think.
Yeah.
I really want to do more one-on-one sit-downs with brewers and just kind of do more of a long-form kind of interview.
I mean, also, the interview episodes is the ones that we got the most good feedback on.
Yeah.
So I really want to do more of those in the next year.
Oh, definitely. I've been talking to Karin quite a bit. I really want to get her on from Nerd Brewing.
Yeah.
And really do sit down and get into to what they do.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll talk to them, talk to some more local Swedish brewers.
Yeah.
Because we have that market right at our doorsteps. Hopefully talk to some brewers at like, say, McKellar or Tuol, since they're in our backyard.
Hopefully we got Tuol coming up, right? So.
Yeah. We got into the Christmas Advent box on the horizon, so I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
That should be a lot of fun. I think last year's was a nice experiment, and it went really well and was well received. So hopefully we can jump on that again.
Well, we are going to jump on
We
that.
are going to jump all over that.
Yeah. And we're not going to do one box. We're going to do two boxes.
Hells yeah, 2 boxes. We're going to double up. We're going to double team that Advent box. I don't know. Put a lot of beer this afternoon, and we still have a few hours before the Zwanze comes out.
Well, it's 4 hours and 10 minutes until Zwanze comes on.
Christ. So tell me about Zwanze. What is this magical elixir that we're waiting for?
Well, no one knows, right? Well, what we do know is that it's a tea-infused lambic.
All right.
We got some
Let's see that.
friggin' wasps.
That's a little bee. Little
No, it's a
bumblebee.
wasp.
Oh, well, that's fine too. It doesn't bother anyone. Doesn't bother you. So but what makes Zwanze so special? Like, this is a big thing. It's released in like 80 cities around the world.
60, I think.
Well, 60 cities around the world.
Yeah. Well, it's always a one-off beer from Cantillon each year, so it's something that they work on for. Sometimes it's more than 1 year. I think they work on it, but it's always a one-off that they have never released before. And I mean, in some cases, you can actually see it become a seasonal beer as well. So, for example, the Mamouche that Daniel is raving on about.
He does.
That was actually started out as a Zwanze 2009.
Okay.
And that was the first time they released a beer with. All right, so I'm not going to say that it was the first time released a beer with elderflower, but that was the first Zwanze with elderflower.
Okay.
And then that became a seasonal, which was then called Mamouche. So, I mean, you can see sometimes the Zwanze beer becomes a regular release. Sometimes it's not. But I think every time it's going to be very new and innovative and something that you've not seen before or something that you're not expecting from, lambic producers in Belgium, really. So, I mean, we've seen, I can't remember if it was the 2012 Zwanze or the 2013 that was like a Belgian quad or a Belgian triple. So it was, I believe it was a Belgian quad. blended with Cantillon lambic.
Interesting. How was that?
I was not a huge fan of it.
Yeah.
And I mean, we've seen 2015 was like a sour stout, the Brussels Calling. And I mean, I enjoy like the brewery's Tart of Darkness. It's a sour stout that I really enjoy, but I mean, the Brussels Calling wasn't that great. But we've also seen unfortunately, I missed out on last year's Zwanze, but I think it was the 2014, which was the Cuvée Florian, which was also named after one of Sean Roy's sons.
Okay, yeah.
Which is the same. I think it's the same for the one today, right?
Yeah.
It's also named after one of his sons, or his youngest son, I think. And apparently his youngest son likes a lot of tea, so they tried blending lambic with a bunch of different tea kinds.
That should be something special.
Yeah, well, it's going to be fun to try it.
Yeah.
I mean, you never know what you're going to get into when you try it, but it's always going to be something new and different.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's kind of the fun part of it. If you go to Brussels during the Zwanze Day, you can usually try a lot of different years of Zwanze at the Moeder Lambic original bar.
Yeah.
So we went to Brussels last year, but we actually had to drive back to Sweden on Zwanze Day, so we missed out.
That's right.
Yeah, so we missed out on the new one, but we got to try a bunch of different ones. We bought a lot of the previous year's Zwanze bottles on location at Moeder Lambic Original.
Nice.
Yeah, so we got to try a bunch of them over there. But at that point, we got to try the original Mamouche, actually, which was still freaking excellent.
Really? Because I would think that would not age out.
The elderflower held up so nice, even from 2009 until 2016, which was last year.
Yeah.
I was really impressed by that one, and it also pissed Daniel off a lot that I got to try it, and he asked.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's totally worth it just by that point alone.
Yeah. Completely worth it.
Yeah. But so Zwanze is always going to be new and different and innovative. It's basically my.
That's your take on it? Your 2 cents?
It's my take on it.
That's all that matters. You know what? It's kind of and I'm glad that you kind of think of like, Cantillon's doing lambics, and it's kind of a traditional thing, and they're only going to stick within a certain style or do a certain process over and over again. But it's good to see that they're branching out and being experimental and bringing the Belgian beer culture up to a new level.
Yeah.
And heightening what's happening in the beer scene, and I'm really looking forward to trying this today. Last year I came here for Zwanze Day, and it was like right around 3-4 in the afternoon, I think. And the release isn't until 9 o'clock at night for some reason. I don't know why that's the official time, but
it's to make most because it's a global release, right?
Right.
And it's not going to be at 9 p.m. in the U.S.
No,
because it's going to be 9 p.m. in Europe. So it's going to be 9 p.m. in Europe. It's going to be whatever the corresponding time is in the U.S., which is 9 p.m. over here. So I guess that's like 12. 1-ish, something, 3 p.m. or 1, depending on what coast you're on.
Exactly.
So, I mean, that's why they're always doing a 9 in Europe, just to make as many parts of the world as possible able to do it at the same time. Obviously, in like Australia and stuff like that, it's not really going to work.
No, the 8 a.m. or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's probably a little bit of a different time over there.
Yeah.
But, I mean... they're just trying to accommodate as many places as possible at the same time.
Well, so I came here last year, and they had a bunch of verticals. I think they had 3 different years of gueuze, and they had a couple of different years of another beer. And I tried everything they had on tap, and it was really nice to see how the beers change and age and shape from year to year. But I didn't stay for the release because I went to other places instead. And
you went to a movie, right?
Did they go to a movie?
I think you went to a movie or a show. Was that like the Amy Schumer show?
No. That was. Wait, was it?
I think it was, because that was the night that you had the 2013 gueuze.
Wow. Yeah, it's very possible. It's very, very possible. But yeah, I didn't stay for that, so I don't know what the reception was like in Denmark for it. But I hear it was very well received, and people are very excited about this year's.
I heard last year's Zwanze was really nice. Mm-hmm. I'm really hoping. So I'm heading to Brussels next week, so I'm hoping that they have last year's Zwanze on bottle at Cantillon, so I can
that'd be
finally
nice.
get to try it. Because we totally missed out on it while driving from Belgium to Sweden last year. So we'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see.
So you looking forward to your trip to Belgium?
Always am.
Yeah,
it's gonna be fun. We're gonna hit up Girardin. We're gonna head over to Raf at Bokkenrider. Mm-hmm. We're gonna do obviously Cantillon and Driefonteinen, and hopefully we're gonna get Tilken in there as well.
Yeah, I hate that I'm missing out on this, but my work it's the one week of the year that I absolutely cannot miss work. So I'm not able to join you. Otherwise, I would have loved to have been part of that. And I'm very jealous of your trip and the beers you will drink.
Well, I'll bring some stuff back for you as well.
Yeah, you say that, but last time I asked you to, you were just like, nope, not possible. I'm like, come on, it's just one bottle. You're like, sorry,
not happening.
So
we'll see what happens this year.
Yeah. Say, I'm crossing my fingers, but I won't hold my breath.
Don't get your hopes up.
Yeah. All right, man. So it's been 1 year.
Yep.
Any regrets so far?
Nope.
Anything you looking forward to in the new year? Something you wanna do different that we haven't done before?
Well, I think we should do more of the brewer interviews.
Yeah.
We should definitely do more of those.
I completely agree.
They've been a lot of fun, and we also got great feedback on them, as I said before. And I think we should also do. One thing that I would really want to do is like branch out the game of beers to make a brewer challenge.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Pit like two established breweries against each other.
That would be fun.
Yeah,
I really like the game of beers concept. I'm really glad we started doing that.
Yeah,
and I look forward to doing more of those in the future. It's a lot of fun, and I like seeing how different people interpret the game and how they approach it.
I think the last setup we did for it was really nice, where you have two people doing it at once. And I think it's also going to be really good when, so if we actually pit two other people than us, or one of us, against each other, we can actually moderate it in a different way as well.
And since you lost, it'll be easy to...
exactly, because I'm not in the game anymore.
Right.
I got pushed out, right? So...
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be Adrian against someone else the next time.
Exactly. Yeah. And big thanks to Adrian for subbing in for the past episodes while you were on your super secret assignment.
Exactly.
Yeah, did the anal bleaching work?
It did.
Excellent.
It's peachy and white back there.
Finally. Yeah, I know you've been wanting to get a lot of work done, so I'm glad that you're able to live out that dream.
Yep. Well, it is any man's dream, right?
Yep. Sure it is, if you say so. All right, man. Well, I am so glad we started doing this podcast together. I love...
I mean, you've only been asking me what I want to do next year. What do you want to do?
Oh, I want to conquer the world. No, but I would love to get us on Spotify. I really am glad that we have a YouTube channel now.
Yep.
And it's going really well. People are discovering us on there. I definitely want to do more interviews. I think that's a lot of fun and interesting, and I like to hear how the brewers approach their craft and what they're doing.
Yeah.
So I definitely want to focus more on that. I think Game of Beers is a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
I'd really like to have more kind of sit-down roundtables. Maybe we get a third person from time to time to join us at different bars we go to.
Yeah.
Just to kind of make it more of a conversation and less as like a straight review.
Yeah.
I think the straight review is a lot of fun, but also, just kicking it back and just like talking about, our interpretations of things and the world around us. And
I think so I think one thing that we've gotten a bit of negative feedback on is the actual going to a bar and reviewing two beers episodes, because they become really stale and kind of slow. So I think those are some of the type of episodes that we kind of need to change it up a little bit. And I agree with you there. Like if we got at least one or two more people on those episodes, then we have more of a fluid conversation about both the beers and also the location.
Yeah.
And I think that would actually make it a lot more interesting to listen to those kind of episodes as well.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, listening back to them myself, I can kind of get like that. Well, fucking listening to us two rambling on about two beers and a location, that gets boring as fuck.
I think it's why we haven't done a lot of those episodes recently.
Yeah, because we've gotten way too much good feedback on the other type of episodes that we've been doing. So, I mean, that's what's been like the fun kind of stuff doing right now.
And what's funny is, as I listen to other beer podcasts that start out as beer review podcasts, there is a pivot at some point where they're kind of like, yeah, but this other stuff is a little more fun for us and more interesting and keeps us going. So I think you're going to see. We're still going to do the beer reviews. We're still going to talk about beer.
Yeah. But we got to change it up a little bit to make it more interesting.
Yeah. Just to keep ourselves interested in what we're doing and keeping it going forward and kind of challenging and finding new things to do. Yeah. And there's a lot of bars. So we're still going to go to a lot of bars and we're going to do a lot of different things. So don't fret about that. If you love that part of it, we're not completely abandoning it.
We are not done by a long shot.
No. We are going to.
Once we're done with Sweden, we still got tons in Copenhagen, and then we can still go to Berlin. We could do Belgium. It
feels like there's a new bar that opens every week in Copenhagen. So
exactly.
There was Thomas was telling me about a place today that just opening up called Skål or something like that.
Here in Copenhagen?
Here in Copenhagen, and they're going to have like 50 different taps.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Because they're going to out-tap Tap House?
Yep. Which, have you been to yet?
Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I've been there like 2 or 3 times.
Okay.
It's nice. We haven't been there, but...
No, not together.
It's one of the places that we got to go to.
Yep. But yeah, no, we got a ton of bars here in Copenhagen to go to still.
Yeah.
But today, we're at Himmeriet. And what do you think about this place? Since we're here, might as well talk about it.
Well, I really enjoy it. I was here a couple of days after they opened, which I guess is like 1.5 years ago now.
Yep.
And I mean, their bottle list at that time was, I think, the most insane thing you could read in all of Europe.
I would say it was much more varied than it. I mean, their bottle list now is still amazing, but it's really falls along certain lines.
Yeah.
It was very...
it is very, very Belgian sour focused
right now.
But I mean, when it premiered, you could find like 3 different Honeypoo vintages. You could find... Well, you can still find Black Tuesday from like 2013, 14, 15, 16 at this point, but it's not as varied as it was when they started, which is also understandable because, I mean, obviously, Jeppe, who started the bar, has been collecting a bunch of different bottles from a lot of different breweries in the U.S. since he moved over there. So, I mean, I understand that it's really hard to keep that kind of bottle selection going. So, I mean, I guess it's not like a critique or anything at this point, but it's just like, I get that it's really hard to get that bottle list going.
It goes through waves. I think right now there's a lot of sours, but in a few months it'll be a lot of stouts because we're coming into stout season, and then it's a lot of IPAs, and so it kind of cycles through kind of the beer cycles that you see in the stores as well.
I think one of the really cool things that we've seen over here is that you get a bunch of the really fresh Evil Twin IPAs. I think basically like the last 2 months you've been getting extremely fresh Evil Twin IPAs, and also was it Monkish?
Monkish has been big.
We got Monkish, we got Green Bench, we got the Evil Twin collaborations, we got
some LOC,
we got Lord Hobo. I mean, there's been a ton of fresh IPA cans coming over, which is something we never see in Sweden.
No.
But if we just take the train over here...
If we have seen them in Sweden, they've been like 3 times the price.
Well, 3 times the price and also 3 times the age.
Yeah.
At least.
Well, Brewdog got in a bunch of...
the other half cans?
Other half cans.
They were charging
245 crowns a can.
Yeah.
Which is 3 times the amount of what you're paying for a Danish can.
Yeah.
Which was like 75 crowns.
Yeah.
And even if there's a 30% markup, so say it was 100, it's still 145 crowns more. Yeah. I mean, it was a price gouge, if anything. It was not good.
No.
And I understand. I mean, the Swedish process probably tacks on a lot of taxes on top of that, but still, I mean, it's just not. I don't think it's worth it, honestly.
No, definitely not. Especially now we can get the train over and get a very wider selection over here.
Oh yeah, by far. Yeah.
All right.
Yep. So
Zwanze Day wrap up.
Yeah, I love Himmeriet. It's a great. It's a total beer bar.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't really serve food. You can order pizza, but they actually get it from a restaurant down the street, and it's amazing. Oh my God, some of the best pizza in Copenhagen. And yeah, you're not going to come here to eat. You're going to come here to have a few beers and relax. And
always an amazing tap selection and an even better bottle selection.
Oh yeah, by far. We've been meaning to come here for quite a while, and today is Zwanze Day, so skål.
The best way to celebrate our 1 year anniversary, right?
Yep. Especially since we didn't have our anniversary on the Blue Bear release.
Yeah.
Which was also done here this year.
Yes, it was.
And I hear it was a madhouse.
But it was still it was still very good because they handed out like the tickets like they do today as well. Mm-hmm. So I mean, I think it's just gonna get better and better.
Yeah, I think so too. Well, I'm looking forward to next year's.
Yeah, me too.
And I'm looking forward to another year of what's on tap.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
All right.
Cheers.
Thank you. Keep on drinking.
Keep on drinking. Oh, and where do we find us online?
Everywhere.
All right. So everywhere online, just type in "What's on Tap" podcast in your web browser, and you'll find one of our web properties with links to our episodes and photos and whatever else.
Exactly.
All right.
If you're listening to this episode, you know where to find us.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. So here's to many more years
of What's on Tap podcast.
Cheers. Bye.
Hey.
All right. So we've been riding here all day. We finally got the Zwanze. Time to review that shit.
This one?
Lemon and tea. What do we think?
It's called, it has a name.
Is it? What's it called?
It's called Cuvée. Billet. Like billet.
I thought it was like Cuvée Sylvain or something like that.
No. Cuvée billet.
All right. So it's got a weird name. How does it smell?
It smells like gueuze.
Smells like a gueuze. There's a little bit of tea in there.
I cannot pick up any tea.
Really? I gotta. It's there, but you gotta look for it. If somebody didn't tell me it was tea, I wouldn't ever look for it. Yeah.
But since we know it's tea, we know it's there. We know what to look for, and we can smell it.
I think it's still a little bit too cold.
I don't think so.
I think you're a bit too cold.
I think you're a little bit too hot.
That's very possible.
That's what people say.
So often they're like, "Oh my God, Mathias, you're so hot."
Every single day.
I haven't heard it, but okay.
Oh, you can really get the tea in the aftertaste.
Really?
Yeah, the up front is very lambic. So, how do you feel about this?
Well, it's
very subtle.
I don't pick up much tea. It's a good guess. It's a good 2-year-old lambic. It's a nice beer, but it's very not special. I mean, it's not like the other years has been really.
This is really dry.
It's dry, which I think is really good, but still I haven't picked up any tea. But I'll give you another. Give me another round.
All right.
I might find it.
Taste, what do you think?
Well, I can smell the tea.
Yeah.
No, I can't really pick it up in the taste.
I get it in the aftertaste.
In the aftertaste, yeah. But I think might also be because it's so dry.
Yeah.
That every flavor that's in there gets enhanced by how dry it is.
Oh, it's just like bone dry. As soon as it leaves your mouth, it just it just stops.
Which is really nice.
Then you get a bit of the roasty tea kind of flavors on the back end.
It's kind of when tea feels kind of bitter.
Yeah.
It's like that's kind of what I get in the aftertaste of it. But it's not bad. It's not a mamouche.
It's like
not
when
great.
It's like when you're trying to drink tea, and then you all of a sudden you like just realize you're actually drinking a gueuze. Yeah, and no tea at all.
Oh yeah, it happens to me all the time.
Yeah. It's like 3 times a day, easily.
Shit!
what
I thought it was
tastes like.
tea I was drinking.
Yeah, but it's actually gueuze.
Yeah.
It's really awkward at work.
Yeah.
I still
Yeah.
cannot pick up any tea in this. What kind
Especially
of tea
since
would that be?
all the teas at work also are like cork and cage
Yeah, completely.
in a glass bottle.
Yeah, all my teas are as well.
Yeah.
For me, it's still a very dry, very nice blend of maybe, well, a dry gueuze, no tea at all. I mean, Zwanze beers usually they stand
usually
out
stand out
quite
a lot more, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say there's anything special. I mean, it's not bad, and if I had it as
mean,
one of the lineup, I wouldn't be
Yeah,
disappointed.
It's
But as a something to like cap the evening with, I feel it's a bit of a letdown.
yeah. Well, I mean, it's still a really, really nice gueuze, and it's really dry and really nice. It's good looking, but it's
Just like you, baby.
for a Zwanze, I don't find anything like out of the ordinary. So not sure if I'm gonna say I love it because it's just a normal gueuze, or I hate it because it's not a Zwanze. I don't know.
So as a gueuze release, how do you feel about that? Right, what would you rate it as that?
As a gueuze, probably quite high.
All right, so out of 5, what would you say?
I'd say 4.5.
4.5? Yeah.
It's quite complex. It's dry again, really nice, but the acidity is it's quite balanced. But as a special beer with tea or whatever, I can't pick up any tea.
No, Mathias, what do you think? As it goes, what would you say?
It's perfectly fine, but it's not. I mean, I prefer the 2014 guest that we had on tap earlier. That's still a lot better to me.
Yeah. I would say of the beers we've had today, it's somewhere in the middle. It's not the worst thing we've had, but
Absolutely
it's
not.
definitely not the best.
I think it's a really good beer.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe the tea makes it dry. I don't know, but and you can't really pick up any flavors from the tea. But
I would say if I got a bottle of this and it was just a bottle off the shelf or whatever, I would not be disappointed. But I think because of this special release, it's a bit of a letdown.
I mean, if you compare this to last year's Zwanze, which was like a totally different beer, but I mean I'm guessing that the Zwanze beers is supposed to be something like totally unique. That's not like done, normal. So, and this really doesn't stand out much from a normal Cantillon, which isn't a bad thing, but it's not really a Zwanze to me.
Yeah, I would say between this and a regular, just like Cantillon Gueuze release, it's not that different. It's a little more, it's a lighter. It's got a little more. It's a hint of a lemon flavor, but it's really subtle. I mean, it's not very lemony at all. And the tea is a nice roundedness at the end, but I mean, it's very drinkable and it's quite nice. But
extremely dry.
for at the end of the day, Zwanze experience, I'm a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, I agree.
In the case of Zwanze beers, yes.
It won't be one of the memorable experiences, I think.
No. All right.
I mean, you expect the Zwanze to be something totally different from a normal Cantillon, and this is not.
No.
This is a gueuze with a little bit of a weird smell to it.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, guys.
Keep drinking.